Hi, everybody. I'm Becky Beach. I'm the owner of MomBeach.com, a finance blog for moms. I also help moms with lifestyle and to help them find success and balance. I'm now a six-figure blogger. I actually quit my job last month, if you can believe it. Yay, I'm free! Like, I'm not working the 9 to 5 any longer. I do a blog full time, and it's amazing. I just really love it. But like, my money story wasn't always this positive. It used to be very negative, actually. I grew up very, very poor, and I lived in a house that didn't have any electricity or running water for several years. My mother had schizophrenia and she lost her job, and she used to have these screaming outbursts at night. It was very difficult, to grow up this way, and I was abused. It was just the worst experience. Like, I just wouldn't even put this on my worst enemy. It was just an awful experience growing up. So I just thought money was like super hard to come by, and I had to scrimp and save for every penny I earned. It was very difficult, and I used to sell drawings at recess to make extra money to be able to afford lunch. Like, it was just very hard growing up in this environment. And I had a little sister too that I take care of, because my mother was just super crazy. Like, she just would just scream and yell and hit me, and it was just very difficult. So then, my dad ended up getting custody of my sister and I when I was 12. So things got a little bit better. We moved into a nice apartment. Like, he was a teacher, so he had a teacher's salary. He only got paid once a month. So, like, it was still tough, make ends meet. But still, we were out of that situation because we just had no, electricity or running water. I used to do my homework by candlelight. My mother would always run the fireplace, and create all this smoke in the house because she was just really nuts. It wasn't her fault. She had a mental illness, but she would create all this smoke in the house. And then when I wake up and I had, my nose, when I blew my nose, there was like soot coming out onto the napkin, and my clothes smelled like soot. It was just horrible. So my dad would give us a clean pair of clothes when he came to get us, drop us off at school. My parents were divorced. My dad actually left my mother. So then again, he had gotten custody of me, my sister, when I was 12 years old. So we were able to get out of that situation. It was very hard growing up. It's such a dreadful, environment like that. So then again, we've gotten to the apartment, and things got better. But then my mother was taken in because she became homeless. So my dad, brought her into the apartment, and the abuse kind of continued. So it got even worse, And so then after that, my mother finally got into a group home. So then that was like really good because then my dad could make sure she was being taken care of well in that group home. My sister and I, like, we're able to like function better too, because my mother wasn't like screaming at us and abusing us and calling us names. Like, she was just really out there, like, because her illness just caused this to happen. So then, like, at the time I weighed I was like 400 pounds because like I would eat in order to feel good about myself because I was just very stressed out all the time, so I had low self-esteem. My mother would say the worst things to me. She would call me stupid, fat, and ugly. And it was just such a big drag. So then, I just started eating in order to feel good. So I was like the fat kid in school, I had no friends. It was just a rough time growing up. So I just know how it is to be treated like dirt because I experienced it firsthand, So my heart goes out to anybody that's watching this and they're currently being abused, or currently living paycheck to paycheck, because it isn't fun. Like, I've been there. Like, I know how exactly how it feels. You just feel worthless. You feel like you just can't, get by. It's just awful. There's even times where I thought about killing myself. It was just the worst time. Like, I remember I was in fifth grade and I had gotten teased like to death. So I decided to I was going to take some pills that I found, in the bathroom. My mother had all these pills. So I was going to take the pills, but then for some reason I decided not to. Like, I thought I saw this light, and I thought in my heart that maybe I shouldn't do this. I knew there had to be a better way out of this hellhole. I don't know if it was from God or what, but I decided to not take the pills. So that's like the first memory I had of trying to kill myself. And this is and also I experienced it later. I just kept feeling really bad and depressed, and I was gonna end my life. But I eventually overcame that, and that's why I'm here today as a testament. That you can overcome awful tragedies in your life. Like, I had been the lowest of the low, but I overcame. Now I earn six figures as a blogger and an influencer. So if I can do it, like, anybody can do it. You just have to just get out of your limited beliefs. Like, I was thinking that I was dirt, that I could not do anything in this world. Like, I was just totally worthless, and I just felt so low and depressed. But eventually I got snapped out of it. And I started going to a more positive mindset. Like it's all in your mind about how this is happening to you. You're just limiting yourself. So anyway, I eventually lost my weight by having a gastric sleeve done. Like I worked for this healthcare company, and I was able to get enough money to get the surgery, and plus they paid for a lot of it. So I got the surgery done, and I got down to 200. So then I felt more confident, and I was able to find a husband. I just felt like I had more confidence because I was afraid to date. So I eventually found a husband. And he was really nice, and he accepted me for who I was. Like he said that he would even like me if I was still like 500 pounds, or 400 pounds. It was just horrible. So he said he would still love me even then. And it kind of brings a tear to my eye because I just can't believe I found someone so accepting of me. Because I just felt so low and depressed, and I thought I was worthless, because when I first got out of school, I actually lowered my rate. When somebody interviewed me, I would say I would do it for like $20,000, and I was really lowering myself. Instead of asking for higher, I would ask for lower, much lower. Even if they offered me money, I would ask for lower. It was that bad. Like I had the worst self-esteem for my mother abusing me emotionally and physically, but it wasn't her fault because she had a mental illness again, so I don't blame her at all. She has since passed away from cancer. And this has been like 15 years, so I've made peace with it. It wasn't her fault that she was treating me so bad. So it was just a very, very rough time in my life, and then like when I got married, I was in so much debt because I had car debt and school loan, and it was just in medical bills because I had some medical trouble from the gastric sleeve done. I ended up getting some complications, so I owed lots of medical debt as well. My husband also owed lots of debt. He had school loan debt. And his car payment too. So together we owed over $150,000 in debt. And this was just so awful. We were living paycheck to paycheck. We were barely making ends meet. It was just the roughest time of my life. We were eating like beans and rice for lunch. And I'm not kidding. We have ramen soup, like the freeze-dried ramen, and you just put hot water in it. And that's all we had to eat. And some nights we couldn't even afford lunch. Like we were just living paycheck to paycheck because the interest rates on these bills we owed were just astronomical. So my money story was I was just so depressed at this time. I just thought that I just couldn't get by. I thought money was super hard to come by. I thought there was just no way I could afford anything. And I kept telling myself, I just can't afford it. I'm just so poor. I just can't. So I kept telling myself, I'm so poor. I'm so poor. I'm so poor. And that was just running a negative tape in my head. So in turns, I was keeping myself down. If you're feeling the same way, if you keep telling yourself that you're so poor, you can't make it, you can't earn money, it's so hard to come by, then you just got to, stop doing that and maybe do a new tape. A new tape would be money is not hard to come by. I can make money. I just got to put the right value into the world and the right energy, because money is energy. You have to send out the right energy and the right vibrations, and money comes to you. And that's what I've learned since. Like now money's coming to me every single day. Like I send out emails. I got an email list, I send out emails of promotions, and I also provide value to my audience. And in return, I get money. So it comes back and forth, because instead of just keeping it all inside and telling myself, I'm so poor, I can't do this. I just can't make ends meet. Money's just not going to come to me. Then it won't come to you. It won't come to me. So, but if I keep putting the right vibrations and I keep sending out value, and creating value into the world, money's going to come to me, which it has. So I was just extremely, like in the lowest feeling. I just felt so horrible. And again, I was thinking about killing myself, but then I found out that I was pregnant with a baby boy. And I was like, instead of being happy about it, I was depressed. I was like, how am I going to take care of this little baby? This is impossible. We're barely making ends meet. How are we going to afford this baby? So I said, I can't kill myself. I have a baby now, and a husband. I just can't do this, even though I'm in this awful situation, I just got to do something about this. So his baby turned me around. I started thinking about ways I could make money outside my job. I was working 60-hour weeks, and I was coming to work with a gigantic prego belly, and my feet were so puffed up. I was wearing flip-flops, and they were so stretched out. Like I still have the flip-flops, and they're like so stretched out. The foam, I can't believe how stretched out my feet were. My feet made these flip-flops. They were full of fluid, my feet were, because of the pregnancy. And I would drive to work, and my tummy was touching the steering wheel. Like it was so bad. Like if I got rear-ended, I would have lost the baby for sure. Like I had to drive to work every single day, and I was working 60 hours, and I was just so stressed, and I wasn't getting paid enough, And my boss was the biggest asshole. He just treated me like shit, and it was just the worst ever. So I decided, one day I decided to quit my job, even though we were living paycheck to paycheck. I just couldn't stand this anymore. So I decided to quit, and then I decided to find other ways to make money online, because I was really good at web development. I was actually a web developer for over like 15 years at the time. Now it's been 20 years since. So I was very good at web development. I still am. So I started finding web developing clients, on Upwork, and also on LinkedIn. I would ask people if they needed like any websites, but it was like really hard to find clients, and so I started making nothing. So I had to find another job. There's just no way I was going to be able to support myself. And at the time I had started mombeach.com, which is the blog for moms that I mentioned previously. And so I wasn't making hardly any money on that either. Like I was only making like $1.50 a month, promoting this affiliate called Survey Junkie. And then my family was laughing at me. They said, "There's just no way you're going to make any money from this blog. You're just wasting your time. You should find another job. You just can't, make any money from a blog." It's like you probably could make money from a blog like 10 years ago, but now you just can't make money from a blog. There's just no way. Like you're just wasting your time. You got to get another job to support your family. You just can't keep trying to do this freelancing and blogging because it's not going to work. So I listened to them, and I decided to get another job, and I got a contracting position. And contracting jobs, you get no benefits, you get no time off, but the pay is a lot higher. So I found a job making $40 an hour, which was extremely good, like a lot better than what I was making. I was probably making like $15 an hour doing 60-hour weeks full time, because they didn't pay me overtime, but the amount of hours I was spending working was probably $15 an hour. So $40 an hour is incredible. So I jumped at the chance, and I got the job. So my money story, got a lot more positive. I started thinking, yeah, I am worth this. I'm worth $40 an hour now. So I started feeling a lot better. And then I was still looking at alternative ways to make money online. Like I looked into drop shipping, and I started a drop shipping store. And I started earning lots of money doing drop shipping on the weekends. And eventually I decided to, quit my job again and pursue drop shipping full time. And I was able to pay off all my debt for the drop shipping. And then when COVID hit, the drop shipping like just totally fell through the cracks, because it was drop shipping to China. So again, I had to, find another way to make money. So I ended up working even harder on my blog, and I grew my blog so where it could support my family now. So now I work full time on my blog, and also have a store too, like a printable store, and also sell like digital products such as spreadsheets and ebooks and courses. So that's how I'm able to make money now. But I was always looking for alternative ways to make money outside my job, because a job, is you're only getting paid a fixed amount. I was on a fixed income, because there's just no way I was going to make any more. But I was getting like a 3% raise, but that's like really low. But if you actually have money outside your job, and do side hustling, you can like make a lot more. So I was able to pay off all my debt through side hustling with my blog and my Shopify store, which was drop shipping, and also my printable store. Like I also sold printables. So eventually I was able to get out of debt. So now I'm debt free, but I just owe a little bit on my mortgage, but other than that, I'm totally debt free. I have no credit card debt or medical, and I own both my cars, and we almost own this house totally scot free. So it's just incredible, like the power of side hustling. Because if you're living paycheck to paycheck, I recommend, getting a side hustle going, like maybe a blog or a store, like doing drop shipping. Because now drop shipping has really done a lot better, because, China's opening back up, and you're able to drop ship even in the U.S. You can also do drop shipping from U.S. companies. So like drop shipping, is a lot better now. And you can also sell printables like on Etsy, because printables are like this PDF, and it's like a planner or a journal, and it's a journal people can fill out and print, on their computers, and they are able to download them from anywhere. They don't have to pay for them. They don't have to. They're not paid, and then they get like a product shipped to them. These are totally, instant downloadable products, and you can, give them for free as like an opt-in form for your email, but you can also sell them for money. And I make a lot of money selling my printables. I probably make like $7,000 a month now selling printables, but some months I get like $5,000, but on average I get like $7,000 a month, like selling my printables. And my store is shop.mombeach.com if you want to look at it. And I've been doing this shop, like since April of like 2016, I believe. So like I've been doing it quite a bit, and it's in a Shopify store. So now my money story is like so positive. I have all these streams of income, of passive income flowing in. Like I got my blog, my store, and I got another printable store that sells commercial printables so people can actually buy them and then resell them on Etsy as their own too. And that store is called plrbeach.com. So I got all these streams of income and also do affiliate marketing and also run ads. So I got all this money coming in all the time, and also get money from companies that want to do sponsored posts on my blog and sponsored, Instagram stories. So it's just amazing, how far I've come from living paycheck to paycheck and scrounging, for all this money and just not making anything and feeling like crap. But now I just feel so much better. Like I feel like I could do anything. I have no more limiting beliefs. I just feel like I could do anything. I want the same for you. Like if you're living paycheck to paycheck, just try to find an alternative source of extra money to get out of this, and try to do like a side hustle, like grow a side hustle on the side of your job like I did, because I was working 60-hour weeks. I had a small baby. Like if I can do it, anybody can. And on top of that, I also have bipolar disorder, so I struggle with my mental health because my mother treated me so horrible. I eventually developed bipolar disorder because I got so depressed. Because if you don't treat your depression, it could grow into something worse like bipolar, or schizophrenia. But I just had bipolar and very severe anxiety. So you just have to just keep on, don't give up. If you start a side hustle and it doesn't work out, let me think of something else you can do. There's just so many ways to make extra money online. You don't have to live paycheck to paycheck and scrounge for money and just limit yourself. There's just all these ways to make extra money that I've done, like affiliate marketing, and like blog income, like getting a blog started. It's so easy and fast to get your blog started. It just costs like under $4 a month if you sign up with Bluehost. Like my affiliate link is mombeach.com/Bluehost if you're interested in checking that out. And you can just make so much extra money by blogging, because you can get ads, and you can do affiliate marketing, which is you get a % of income for each link someone clicks on and pays through your link. You get money. And you also can do like products like courses and ebooks and printables, and I even sell spreadsheets too, that like financial spreadsheets that people can, buy, and use to manage their finances. There's just so many ways to make extra money. Like you don't have to settle for less. You can get yourself out there, and actually, try to make extra money on the side. It's not impossible. If I can do it, anybody can. And like I said, I even have mental problems. And I had a small baby. Like my baby is now like 6 years old. I was raising a small child, and I was working 60-hour weeks. Like anybody can do this. I'm serious, So if you're in the same situation that I was, where you're working like so much, you're not making enough, and you could barely make ends meet, and you're really high in debt. Like please just give yourself a big hug from me. Let's just both hug each other about this. Let's just get out of this, because there is a way, there is hope. Like if I can do it, anybody can. I'm not just saying that. Like I'm serious. Like I would not be here today if it wasn't for my baby, because he really pushed me to get out of my rut. Like I was just so stuck in the mud. I was stuck. No, I was so stuck. Like there was no way I was going to get out of this. But my baby, he gave me hope. He gave me hope that I could do it, that I could get out of it. And now I have it. I just can't believe how much better my life is. Like I barely have any debt. I just have my mortgage, and I live in a really nice home, and I have a very nice husband, and who doesn't beat me like my mother did. And it's just, I'm just so happy to. Sorry, I'm just getting so emotional. Probably might edit this out. I don't know. Take a deep breath. But my life is just so much better, and I'm a lot healthier, and things are going really great. And it's all because I decided to pursue a side hustle outside my job, and I started, thinking I could do anything instead of having these limiting beliefs. Like I used to think I was too fat, too ugly, too stupid to do anything. But now I think I can do anything, and I'm sure you can do the same. You just gotta focus, and get yourself out of it. It's all in your mind. You're keeping yourself down, and if you get yourself out of the mud, you can really make something of yourself. You just got to get out of this awful stinking thinking, I call it. And you just got to start thinking positive thoughts. Like maybe look at yourself in the mirror every day and saying, "I'm beautiful. I'm smart. I can do this. I can do anything." Eventually you'll start thinking that, like you'll overwrite the bad negative tape in your head. Because I just have this awful tape in my head that said I was too ugly, too stupid, and too fat to do anything. I had the worst self-esteem. I would look down and shuffle. I wouldn't look anybody in the eye. I was too scared to look anybody in the eye. I thought I just couldn't do it. Like I just wasn't good enough. I was worthless, but now I look people in the eye. I held my head high. I'm actually 6 feet tall, and I stand up straight, and I'm saying this, you could do this. You could do anything. I'm serious. I'm totally serious that you can do anything you set your mind to. It's just all in your mind. And I recommend some books. Let me get them out here. Like these are some books I really recommend you check out. There's one that says Dollars Flow to Me Easily by Richard Dotts. And this is a really good book. It just teaches you that money actually does come from the universe, when it's energy. And if you provide value and put it out there, you'll eventually get value back, And instead of just keeping it all inside, and living in debt, and piling up the interest, but money just really comes to you. It is a free resource that does come to everybody. It's got to put the right vibrations and energy out there. And this is The Science of Getting Rich. This is by Wallace Wattles. These are some really good books I recommend. And this is also a very good workbook. It's Your Heart's Desire. Instructions for creating your life you really want. It's a really good book too. I highly recommend you check this out. It's really nice book to go through, and you can make lots of notes, to help you. So again, I just want the best for you. I want you to get out of your debt, and your limiting beliefs, and really get yourself out there. Because I'm doing this. I'm putting myself out here. I was scared to make this video for so long. I kept putting it off. I said, I'll put it off when I lose 10 pounds because, the camera adds 10 pounds. And I just don't care. I don't care if I have a double chin. I'm just going to be myself, and try to help other people, and try to make a difference, because I've been through so much, I think God is telling me that I need to put myself out there and actually make videos and start helping people and not just keep it all inside. And so I'm just not helping anybody that way. I'm not even helping myself. I just keep it all inside. I got to tell my story and put myself out there. So I really suggest you check out those books, and get over your limiting beliefs and start listening to some business podcasts. Some really good ones is one by Jim Fortin. He's a really good podcast. He tells you how you can overcome limiting beliefs. I actually signed up to his program called TCB, transforming. I think I'm not sure what it stands for right now. It's slipping my mind, but it's called TCP. Transformational coaching, I think. Transformational coaching program. That's what it's called. But I really recommend you check that out. It is kind of costly and it's not open right now, but you should get on the waiting list, because it really helped me overcome my limiting beliefs, because he talks about how to do subconscious reprogramming. Because I do that a lot. I'll listen to this app. And it's called Hypnosis App, and you can get it on your phone. And you just download it, and it just helps you so much with self-hypnosis. It's called Hypnosis Downloads. And there's all these downloads you could get for self-hypnosis. Because if you train your brain to think more positively, you'll just have the best success. It's just amazing. Because I just can't believe how far I've come from nothing, from living paycheck to paycheck, or living in my mom's house with no electricity or running water, and having to breathe in soot from the fireplace, because at night she just kept having a big giant fire at night, like a bonfire inside our house. And eventually our house almost got burned down because she had this big bonfire, and our house ended up getting foreclosed, and then she became homeless. That's how bad the situation was. But by then my dad had already gotten custody of us, and we got out of the house, so it was a lot better. But I just want the best for you, so I'm trying to share my experiences in hopes that she'll, look at what you're doing to yourself. You're limiting yourself, with your thinking, you're telling yourself negative things. And if you just switch that, make a switch and make it into something more positive, and you start telling yourself positive things, then you'll see results. Anybody can see results with positive thinking. Because I'm just a perfect testament to that. Because I now think positively about myself. I tell myself I'm beautiful and smart, and I can do anything. I tell myself I'm successful. When you can do the same. It's just very simple to do. Just one day, just decide to change your thinking patterns, and decide to think more positive about yourself, and think about how you can get out of the situation you're in. If you really sit down and spend some time thinking, get out a piece of paper and think of all the ways you can make extra money, depending on your strengths and depending on your strengths. If you just put everything you're good at, maybe you're good at design, you might want to start making printables. And if you're good at, creating spreadsheets, you might want to do that and sell them on Etsy. There's just so many different ways to make extra money. And if you're good at like marketing, you might want to start an email list, or sales. If you're good at sales, you might want to start like a store. There's just so many different ways. You just got to make a big list of every way you can think of to make extra money. You can even sell things in your home that you no longer use and make some extra money. Just anything to just get yourself out of debt, and to start, earning extra money on the side as for like a side hustle, because your job isn't the end all and be all. You can earn extra money outside your job. So it's very, very important, to check out other side hustles that could help you. And mombeach.com, I have lots of resources on how to help you make extra money online. You should definitely check it out. Check out my site, when you can. Like, I have all these different ways to make money to give you lots more ideas, so you can get out of your financial situation. If you're like living paycheck to paycheck, like this blog will really help out your financial circumstances. Oh, I still feel kind of emotional from earlier, sorry about that. Oh, I just got to take a deep breath. My heart's just racing. Yeah, I'm just not used to making videos. I'm kind of feeling nervous, but I'll go ahead and just let this play out. I won't edit anything. I just want you to see how I really am, and how my mind works. I do talk kind of fast because I'm very visual, when I think. So my mind, actually races like faster than the words that come out of my mouth. So I tend to talk a lot faster, but I'll definitely try to slow it down, like in future videos. But I'm very glad that you stumbled upon my channel, and make sure to subscribe if you like this kind of content, because I'm going to be talking more about like finances and how to save money and make money, and ways moms could de-stress, and do self-care. So you should definitely check out my blog. Let me show you my little cute kitty cat pet. This is Maddie. She's my little kitty cat. And she's really tired. She was laying at my feet and pawing at my legs. Now she's my little emotional support baby. Like, do you have any pets too? Well, just let me know and comment, and comment if you like this video. And again, like, make sure to subscribe if you want to check out future videos. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.